Alright, welcome to the Coca-Cola. You're hanging out here with the Classic Man, and I've got a guest in the studio today who maybe needs an introduction at the moment, but I believe he's going to be one of the biggest stars in terms of gospel music in Zimbabwe. I've got a young man who comes from Christ Embassy and who I believe is stunning in terms of his voice and his content and etc. But we're going to get to know more about him. Best Masinire, welcome to Coca-Cola, my brother.
Thank you, Jefferson. Thank you for having me.
Awesome stuff. So, who is Best Masinire?
Yes,
and tell us a bit about yourself.
I can say Best Masinire is a musician, like you said.
All right.
And I'm also a journalist.
All right.
But musically, I have one album to my name, and I've done quite a lot of singles this year.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just released a video called Rooted in the Word.
Awesome stuff.
Which features Whitney Songbird.
Whitney Songbird. All right. We'll get a little bit more into that later on. But just sort of what type of music are you into as an artist in terms of gospel?
I don't stick to one genre, or rather one beat. I use many beats, like there's a song that I did with Worship Culture. It's a reggae song. There's a song called Yanaya.
Oh, nice.
It's African contemporary. And then this Rooted in the Word, it's soft rock.
Okay.
And I've done an Afro jazz song. It's called Vakatadze, which was nominated at the Human Rights Awards last year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I use many.
With that in mind, I've got a question for you, which I've been dying to ask a gospel artist. You find that someone who's not in the gospel genre, who's probably singing secular music, they can record a gospel song and it becomes popular. But a Christian who's singing gospel music, if they try to sing something that's secular, like say you sing reggae, etc., and then someone will judge you and say, "Is that gospel?" What's your take with that? What's the balance? How should it work out?
Yeah, I think there's a misconception on that issue.
Okay.
Gospel. When we say gospel, we are talking about the message that someone is singing.
That's right.
In this context, as a Christian, when I say gospel, I'm referring to the good news about Christ. The word gospel means good news. So what message am I singing or am I spreading? It's gospel, you see. So the beat that anyone uses, then we talk about jazz, reggae, those beats and all. So yeah, I think that's the issue. And if a secular musician does a gospel song, in the sense that they are preaching Jesus, they are talking about the good news of Christ, I don't see anything wrong.
Awesome stuff. I like it. That's a good answer for me. All right, you've got a song that was nominated for the Human Rights Awards.
Yes.
Tell us a bit about that, and I also know you've got some involvement in human rights, etc.
Yes, like I said before, I'm a journalist. I mainly concentrate on humanitarian issues. So I'm very passionate about those issues. And then I wrote a song which is called Vakatadze. That song, it's actually a prayer to God, and I was interceding for the less privileged in the society. I was looking at, there are certain children who are born in the streets. And then there are certain children who are born in prisons. For instance, Maiwachova Sungwa, and then they end up in prison, but she's pregnant, and then the child is born there. Apana mwana no apply kuti ndoda kuzvarwa namai vakadai.
It's true.
You see,
it's true.
Munhu anongeka nazvarwa, and then you find that there are certain people who are in certain predicaments, not because they've done anything wrong. So those were the people I was looking at.
All right. Wow. Okay. So So you were nominated for that award. Which year was this?
It was last year.
Last year.
Yes.
Awesome stuff. All right. Let's get into your current album. You're working on an album that you're working on. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I'm working on an album. I think I'll release it the beginning of next year. Yes. And I've done some singles now. And the other single is Rooted in the Word, like I've said,
which has got a video now.
Which has got a video. That's the one I've brought here. Yes.
Whitney, who's Whitney Songbird?
Yeah.
Just in a word.
Whitney Songbird is the one I featured on the on the song.
I thought you were going to tell me that she's my fiance who no, I'm just joking.
Oh my goodness.
In case you get it
she actually goes to Christ Embassy.
Okay. All right. We won't get more into that. But maybe to just tell us a bit about your career. People really want to know about Best and etc. All right. You've got a guy you collaborated with, not really collaborated, but you also performed with in Blue Air recently, the Carnival etc.
Yes.
Flem B.
Yes.
Can we say you're good friends or at par going to be competitors soon?
Flemby is my brother.
Okay.
Yeah, he's my brother from another mother.
Okay.
We also go to the same church. So, we help each other a lot. And I look up to him in certain ways, and the opposite is true.
Okay.
And it was actually a trio. I was with Willis Watafi as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Yes. So, I mean, the name is growing and etc. But I've got one question as I'm closing up now. Most gospel musicians, when they start off, they're the most humble, receptive people like you are. But the moment best becomes the biggest star in Zimbabwe, by the way, I'm like Coke on the beat, like, were you holding the boom mic or? No, what happens with that? Tell me about that.
Fame is like a fire.
Right.
Yeah, if not handled well, it will burn you. Yeah.
Wow. You know what? I wish we had more time to talk to Best because it's getting a bit anointed in here. Coca-Cola. You can go and add on top of that one and enjoy yourself for the day. But this is Best Masinire, who's a rising star in terms of gospel music, and I'd like you to look forward to this young man. I believe he's got a lot that he's got to bring to the audience. So just as a closing shot, just say something to your fans, and then you also give us a social media platform, etc., and then introduce your video.
Okay. Wow. To the fans, I will say that keep supporting us. You can find me on Facebook. It's Best Masinire, and on Twitter at Best Masinire, and then Instagram it's Best Masinire.
All right.
And the video you're about to watch is Rooted in the Word by Best Mukundi Masinire, featuring Whitney Songbird. Enjoy.
There you have it. Cheers.